Hi, I'm Adam, one of the product specialists here at skis.com. Today, I'm going to be guiding you through the ski boot selection process. We will start by showing you how the correct size and width are the backbone to the perfect fit. We will also give you the information that you need to select the appropriate flex based on your skill level, aggressiveness, weight, and height. We also explain how calf volume and instep height are the keys to all-day comfort. Lastly, we will show you a few other bells and whistles that can be found in various ski boots. Ski boots are measured in what's called Mondo point. Mondo point is a measure of units in centimeters. Your Mondo point size is as simple as how many centimeters long your foot is. Most ski boot manufacturers only produce ski boots in half sizes. In cases where whole sizes exist, the only difference is that stock footbed. For example, in a 26 and a 26 and a half, the shell is the exact same size, the liner's the exact same size. The only difference is that stock footbed in the 26 is just a touch thicker than in the half size. It is recommended by us here at skis.com, the boot manufacturers, and boot fitters everywhere that you replace that stock footbed with an aftermarket footbed. The width of your ski boot is measured from the knuckle of your big toe to the knuckle of your little toe. Ski boot manufacturers base this measurement on a reference size. The reference size in men's boots being a 26 and a half and in women's boots being a 25 and a half. As the boot gets longer, it gets wider. As the boot gets shorter, it gets narrower. This is done to ensure the best fit possible. I'm Adam, and I'm one of the product specialists here at skis.com. Today, I'm going to give you a quick and easy way for you to determine what length and what width size ski boot you should be in. The first thing you want to do is grab a piece of paper and then align your heel all the way on that back edge of the piece of paper. Go ahead and slide your foot over so the knuckle of your big toe, which is known as your first metatarsal head, is straight up on that edge. Go ahead and stand up and you can make a mark on your longest toe. Then you can make a mark on the knuckle of your pinky toe, which is known as your fifth metatarsal head. The length of ski boots is always measured in centimeters. The width of ski boots is always measured in millimeters. The width of ski boots is always based on a reference size. That reference size is a 26.5 for men and a 25.5 for women. As the boot gets longer, the boot gets wider. As the boot gets shorter, it gets narrower to accommodate for the proportionately sized foot. This should give you an accurate reading as to what length and width size ski boot you should be in. The flex of your ski boot refers to how much pressure and force it takes for you to be able to bend and move the boot. The higher the number, the stiffer the boot. The flex of your ski boot can vary depending on the design and how many buckles the boot has. The factors that you want to consider when choosing flex are going to be your ability, your aggressiveness, your height, and your weight. Beginners are going to want a little bit softer of a boot, where experts are going to want a little bit stiffer of a boot. The more aggressive you are, consider stepping up a level in flex, or the less aggressive you are, consider stepping down a level in flex. Remember, ability and aggressiveness are not the same thing. When we consider your height and weight when choosing the flex to your ski boot, skiers that are going to be taller or heavier have more leverage going onto the ski boot, and they require a stiffer boot than a skier that is shorter or lighter. Skiers weighing over 200 pounds should consider stepping up a level in flex. Skiers weighing less than 115 pounds should consider stepping down a level in flex. Once you've considered all of these factors, a properly flexing ski boot will give you the adequate amount of stability, support, and rebound. There are two other areas of the foot and leg for you to consider when selecting a ski boot. They are the calf volume and the instep height. The calf volume can be referred to as the shaft of the leg. That is the part of the leg that rises up from your ankle up to your knee. Ski boots can come in high, medium, or low volume fits. The instep refers to the part of the foot that's directly above your arch. For the most part, arch height and instep height go hand in hand. If you have a high arch, you most likely have a high instep. If you have a low arch, you most likely have a low instep. Selecting the proper calf volume and instep height will set you up for a great all-day fit. There are a few other common features inside ski boots that do not affect the fit. Some ski boots have a flex adjustment that allow you to increase or decrease the flex. This is done by either changing the dial on the back of the boot, or some ski boots have a rivet that can be removed or inserted on the rear spine. Cuff adjustment is often incorrectly called canting. This is located on the outside ankle of the boot. Higher end ski boots have cuff adjustments on the inside or the outside ankle that allow you to angle the cuff slightly to help compensate for any bow-leggedness or knock-kneedness. Many ski boots are being built with a ski walk feature now that, with the flip of a switch, unhinges the upper cuff from the lower shell to give you more rearward mobility to either hike up to the fresh pow easier or give you the ability to cruise through the village easier on your way back to the car. These features do not affect the fit, but are worth considering when selecting a ski boot. Hi, I'm Adam, and I'm one of the product specialists here at skis.com. Today we're going to talk about one of the simplest, easiest ways for you to improve your skiing. That is by inserting an aftermarket footbed inside one of your ski boots. Whether you get a $200 ski boot or a $700 ski boot, that stock insole that comes with it offers no arch support whatsoever. With one of these guys here, you're going to have better balance, more control over your skis, warmer feet, and quicker skis edge to edge. If you're ready to improve your skiing, grab yourself an aftermarket footbed today, and we'll see you out on the slopes. A ski sock can be one of the most important pieces of equipment that you own. They are typically made of double spun merino wool or an engineered synthetic that are designed to keep you warmer and drier out on the slopes by wicking away that moisture from your foot. They also have a defined shape that matches the shape of your foot that prevents it from getting bunched up inside your ski boot. They have more padding in the toe, the heel, and the shin to keep you padded and cushioned right where you should be. Ski socks also have a lower volume across the top of your foot to allow that blood to flow to your toes easier, keeping you warmer. One of the easiest and least expensive ways for you to improve your comfort on the slopes is to have a clean and properly fitted pair of ski socks. I'm Adam, and I'm one of the product specialists here at skis.com. I really want to thank you for your online boot purchase, and now that you've received your boots, we want to walk you through a couple fit tips and tricks to make sure that your ski boots fit you properly. The first thing we want to do is perform a shell test. The reason we do a shell test is that liners are soft and squishy, shells are tough, hard plastic. If your foot fits well inside the shell of the boot, once we insert and add the liner, your foot will feel and ski great. The first thing you want to do is remove the liner from the shell. You can do that by unbuckling the boots, unvelcro your Velcro strap, place the boot on your thigh with your toes pointed down. Grab the upper cuff of the boot with one hand and the upper cuff of the liner with the other. With a push with one hand and a pull from the other, the liner should slide right out. The next thing you want to do is go ahead, grab a seat, and open up the shell of the boot. Once you open up the shell of the boot, you want to slide your foot in and move your toes all the way up to the front of the boot, so as soon as they touch, stop. The proper length of a ski boot for a comfortable fit should be 2 fingers of space between your heel and the heel of the boot lengthwise. That's for a comfortable fit. 1.5 fingers gives you a performance fit, and a 1 finger gives you a race fit. Once you've checked the length, there's an easy way for you to check the width as well. Slide your heel all the way to the back of the boot now and give your foot a little bit of wiggle from side to side. You just want to make sure that you have enough clearance on each side to make sure that there's room to accommodate the liner inside the boot. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and reinsert the liner by placing in the shell of the boot on a hard surface. Slide your hand into the liner with your palm facing up. When you go ahead and push with your hand and kind of curl the toe box of the liner should slide right into the boot. Now that your boots fit you properly, you're ready to click in and hit the slopes. And thank you again for your online ski boot purchase. Hi, I'm Adam, and I'm going to give you a few quick tips and tricks to help you put on your ski boots. The first thing you want to do is go ahead and unbuckle that boot all the way and the Velcro power strap. Most ski boots have a loop that's located on the top tongue. You want to go ahead, pull that loop out and to the side. It makes it very easy for you to slide your foot right in. If the ski boot is sized correctly, when you slide your foot in, you should feel your toes touching the front. Ski boots have an angle and a heel pocket that your foot needs to settle into. To help your foot settle into that pocket, you want to go ahead and give your heel a quick couple of knocks back on the floor. Now it's time for you to start closing the buckles. If you have a 4-buckle boot, you want to start with the lower cuff buckle, or if you have a 2 or a 3-buckle boot, you want to start with the tallest, topmost buckle. Now it's time for you to start closing the buckles that are on top of the foot. You don't want to have to force them down to over tighten them, but you don't want to just flip them down either. A slight amount of pressure should be just fine. Now, you always want to start from one boot, start to finish, to the other boot, start to finish. Go ahead and put on the other boot. Now that you have both boots on, you should stand up and feel your toes slightly touching the front of the boot. When you bend your knees and get into a ski position, you should feel your toes slide back. You may just barely feel your longest toe touching the front of the boot. The boot breaks in up to half a size. It's important that the boot fits snug, not tight, to ensure you the proper length and feel and pressure to give you the adequate amount of control over your skis. Now that you're in your boots and comfortable, go hit the slopes. Thanks again for joining us at skis.com. It is our goal to give you the ultimate online shopping experience. You now have the knowledge to make the appropriate ski boot selection for yourself. Thank you again, and we'll see you out on the slopes.